Throughout history, countless artifacts have puzzled experts. From ancient objects that defy explanation to relics with origins shrouded in mystery, these 5 artifacts stand out. Their stories invite curiosity and challenge our understanding of the past, leaving us with more questions than answers. Let's dive into the mysteries they hold. Imagine divers in 1901 exploring a shipwreck off Greece's Antikythera island and stumbling upon a strange corroded device. This wasn't just any ancient relic, it was the Antikythera Mechanism, an artifact dating back to around 100 BC. Picture this, a complex system of over 30 gears, all intricately arranged inside a box no bigger than a thick book. This wasn't a simple tool, it was an advanced astronomical calculator, unlike anything else from its time. The real head-scratcher about the Antikythera Mechanism is its sophistication. It's a device that could predict astronomical positions and eclipses for calendrical and astrological purposes, even tracking the 4-year cycle of the ancient Olympic Games. The precision of its gears and their complex arrangements suggest a level of technological know-how that shouldn't have existed over 2,000 years ago. It's like finding a smartphone in a Roman ruin, completely out of place with what we know about ancient technology. For decades, the true purpose of the Antikythera Mechanism remained a puzzle. How could ancient Greeks build something so complex? And why did we find no other examples of similar technology from that era? It's as if this device came out of nowhere, a solitary peak of genius in the ancient world. But here's where modern science comes in. With the help of advanced imaging techniques such as 3D X-rays and computer modeling, researchers have begun to unlock its secrets. Studies suggest the mechanism was used to model the motions of the heavens. According to a 2006 investigation published in Nature, the device could indeed predict solar eclipses and organize the calendar in cycles of 19 years, a period after which the Sun, Moon, and Earth return to the same relative positions. Yet, even with these breakthroughs, the Antikythera Mechanism retains its air of mystery. Who exactly made it? And how did they achieve such a feat with the technology available at the time? Some suggest it could be linked to famous Greek scientists like Archimedes or Hipparchus, but without concrete evidence, these remain educated guesses. Despite recent advancements, much about the Antikythera Mechanism's origins, its creators, and how it came to be on that shipwreck remains unknown. It stands as a testament to the ingenuity of the ancients, a reminder that our ancestors were capable of incredible feats of engineering. As we peel back the layers of time, the Antikythera Mechanism encourages us to question our assumptions about ancient civilizations and marvel at the mysteries still hidden beneath the waves and the earth. Now let's shift gears to another baffling artifact, the Voynich Manuscript. Picture a book from the 15th century filled with illustrations and text in a language no one recognizes. That's right, an entire book written in a script that no one today can read or understand. Discovered in 1912 by Wilfrid Voynich, this manuscript has puzzled scholars, cryptographers, and linguists for over a century. The Voynich Manuscript isn't just a book. It's a collection of mysteries bound together. It's divided into sections that seem to cover various topics. There are pages filled with what look like herbal recipes, but with plants no one has ever seen. Another section appears to deal with astronomy, featuring diagrams of stars and planets unlike any in our galaxy. Then there's the biological section, with bizarre drawings of tiny women frolicking in what seem to be interconnected bathtubs. Yes, it's as strange as it sounds. What's particularly fascinating about the Voynich Manuscript is not just its content, but the numerous failed attempts to crack its code. Over the years, some of the brightest minds have tried to decipher the manuscript's language and images, thinking it could be a secret code, an unknown language, or even a hoax. Despite their efforts, the manuscript's meaning remains locked away. Cryptographers who broke codes in World War II and linguists armed with the latest technology have all hit a dead end. Theories about its origin and purpose are as wild and varied as the illustrations within its pages. Some speculate that it was a pharmacopoeia designed to address health through unique plants and astrological signs. Others suggest it's a hoax, a complex puzzle created to baffle and amuse. There's even a theory that it was written in a natural language that was deliberately obfuscated. But why does the Voynich Manuscript remain such a mystery? Part of the reason is that the manuscript's language has no known comparison. it doesn't match any other writing system. The illustrations, while detailed, don't quite align with anything in the known world or historical texts. It's as if the book comes from a parallel universe with its own set of rules and logic. Moreover, the failure to crack its code isn't for lack of trying. The manuscript has been subjected to the latest in cryptographic analysis and linguistic theory, yet it resists all attempts at understanding. Its resistance to decoding challenges our expectations about language and communication, highlighting the limitations of our current knowledge and techniques. Switching gears to something a bit more electrifying, let's talk about the Baghdad Battery. Imagine stumbling upon an ancient terracotta pot with a copper cylinder and an iron rod inside it. Sounds like something out of an archaeologist's daydream, right? But that's exactly what happened in the 1930s near Baghdad, Iraq. These artifacts, dating back to the Parthian period, around 250 BC to AD 224, have sparked a fascinating debate among scholars and scientists. Could our ancestors have stumbled upon the concept of electricity long before Benjamin Franklin and his kite? The setup is surprisingly similar to a basic modern battery. When you fill the pot with an acidic substance like vinegar or lemon juice, it could potentially generate an electric current. So what was it used for? Some think it was for electroplating, coating objects with a thin layer of metal, a process that requires electricity. This theory suggests that ancient craftsmen could have used the device to plate gold onto silver objects, creating stunning jewelry or decorative items. Another idea is that the Baghdad Battery had a religious purpose, possibly used in rituals to give a mild electric shock to worshippers. The sensation could have been interpreted as divine intervention or a way to commune with deities. However, not everyone is charged up about the idea of the Baghdad Battery being an actual battery. Skeptics argue that there's no concrete evidence to show it was used to produce electricity. Archaeologists point out that we've never found any ancient texts or artifacts clearly connected to the device that would indicate its purpose or how it was used. They suggest alternative explanations for the assembly of the pot, copper cylinder and iron rod, such as it being purely decorative or used for storage. The debate continues, with current views leaning towards cautious skepticism. While it's an intriguing notion that ancient civilizations might have had a basic understanding of electricity, the evidence remains circumstantial. The discovery of the Baghdad Battery has certainly electrified the imagination of many, but until more concrete evidence comes to light, its true purpose remains a topic of speculation and debate among scholars. Next up, let's zoom into the Dropa Stones, a tale that takes us from ancient artifacts to alien conspiracy theories. Imagine finding a bunch of circular stones with tiny holes in the center, covered in grooves that spiral out from the center like a record. These stones were reportedly discovered in China in 1938 by an archaeological team. What's even more out of this world is that some people claim these stones tell the story of the Dropa, an alien race that crash-landed on Earth. The controversy kicks off with the discovery itself. Some accounts pinpoint the location in a cave in China, with the stones estimated to be thousands of years old. The story goes on that the grooves on the stones could be read like records, revealing the tale of the Dropa's struggle to survive on Earth after their spacecraft crashed. However, before you jump on the alien bandwagon, it's essential to note the hefty skepticism surrounding these stones. The major hiccup in the Dropa Stones saga is the lack of solid evidence. Despite the captivating narrative, there's no concrete proof of the stones' existence in any museum or academic institution, nor are there reliable records of the 1938 expedition. Critics and scientists have been quick to debunk the theories linking the stones to extraterrestrial visitors. Many suggest that the entire story might be a mix of misinterpretation and a sprinkle of science fiction, rather than a chapter from the Earth's hidden history. Today, the Dropa Stones continue to be a subject of fascination, especially among UFO enthusiasts and fans of ancient astronaut theories. Despite the absence of verified evidence and the strong criticism from the scientific community, the story of the Dropa and their supposed alien origins captures the imagination of many. It serves as a reminder of how tales of the unknown can endure, even in the face of skepticism and a lack of hard evidence. Diving into another mystery, let's explore the crystal skulls. These aren't your average Halloween decorations. They're life-size skulls made from quartz and are claimed to be ancient artifacts from Mesoamerica predating Columbus's sail across the Atlantic. Some even believe these skulls hold mystical powers, from healing abilities to the power to see into the future. The crystal skulls started making waves when they began appearing in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, with adventurers and collectors claiming to have discovered them in ruins or received them from indigenous people. The most famous of these skulls, known as the Mitchell-Hedges skull, was allegedly discovered in a Mayan ruin in Belize during the 1920s. But here's where things get interesting. When scientists and museums got their hands on these skulls for study, the mystical fog surrounding them started to clear. Advanced techniques such as electron microscopy revealed tool marks consistent with modern carving instruments. The British Museum, after studying a skull donated in 1897, and the Smithsonian Institute, which received a skull in 1992, both concluded their skulls were likely carved in the 19th century, long after the pre-Columbian era. This clash between myth and reality sparks a lot of debates. New Age believers hold tight to the idea that the skulls are ancient masterpieces with supernatural origins or powers, while scientific evidence points to a more recent, possibly European origin. These investigations reveal that the crystal skulls are more likely creations of the 19th century than ancient artifacts. Despite the skepticism from the scientific community, the crystal skulls have left a mark on culture and the arts, especially in stories and movies. They've become icons of mystery, inspiring tales of adventure, supernatural power, and ancient civilizations. The crystal skulls show how artifacts, real or not, can capture our imagination and inspire creativity, bridging the gap between history and legend. If you enjoyed unraveling these tales with us, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more intriguing adventures into the unknown.